What's going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Tristan Talks. In today's episode, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really didn't have anything planned. Don't worry, we will still have our full on episode today, and it may be a little shorter than normal, but we'll try to get things rolling. And just an FYI, you're going to hear a little bit of stuttering and all this stuff today because, as a matter of fact, how I do these shows is I just press record and start talking. Like, I don't have a script, I don't have anything, so what you're seeing is my actual live and in-person reaction. This thing is starting to get a little on my head. But, yeah. So I figured today, I start off with a little story, so, obviously, I didn't really have a topic for today. So naturally, I reach out to some friends, and I ask them what I should do. And they say, well, dude, you should do some stuff about, work experiences, or, like, trains, history, something that happened to you. And I was like, okay, some of those could work. Could really work. But, when it comes to cool stuff that happened to me, I guess I can talk a little bit, or maybe I can go a little bit into the train thing. I don't really know. We're just going to wing it today. But I thought I'd start off today with, speaking of weird things that happened in my life, I figured we'd start off with a story that I'm surprised I did not get a horrible backlashing for, and this chair is spinning on me again. Why do you keep doing this? Alright, so now that you can see my face, I'm actually going to take the hat off. Put it back on its perch. So, yeah. So this is something that happened when I was around, I think, 14 years old? I think I was, like, almost fresh into high school. So I'm sitting down, I'm at a family dinner, I'm eating, we're all sitting down, we're having a great time. And I still cannot believe to this day that I did not get, yelled at when I did this, because this is probably one of the rudest things, I wouldn't say rude, but this is probably one of the dumbest things I have ever said in the middle of a family gathering. So I'm in there, I order ribs and 2 sides of fries. So naturally, my bill has already ran up pretty high. My parents are covering it, which is fine, it's whatever. They didn't care. They didn't really care. It didn't bother them. And at the end of it, I look around, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this thing sound horrible, and I'm going to really try to pin it on somebody. So I finished my last bone. I'm down to my last bone. Put it down. And then I look up. I'm looking all everywhere, and I'm like, well, dinner was amazing, whoever's paying. I don't know what's worse, the fact that I didn't get yelled at for that, or the fact that my grandmother almost died laughing. Like, serious, I get, the whole family thing, and you gotta, support the kids and do all that other stuff. But, you heard the joke I just made, right? That was horrible. And it just pinned it, on my parents, I guess, because obviously they were covering my tab. And I don't know why she laughed at that. I'm still pondering that. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't. That still buckles me down today. And another funny story. I guess we could try to keep this going. So, as you could probably tell, I am no comedian at all. But you know who's really trying to be a comedian right now? This chair. This chair right here. Yeah, right at the wall. Thank you. Just gonna be right at the wall. Okay. So I guess I could say at one point I almost got hit with a shelf one time. No, I didn't almost get hit with a shelf. What did I almost get hit with? I don't remember what it was now. Crap. But I guess, come to think of it, I don't know. Wow. Look at me. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to tell a story, and I'm trying to, do a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm trying to sit here and tell a funny story, and I can't even remember what happened. Maybe the things hit me so hard, it gave me so much amnesia, I couldn't remember it. Maybe? I don't know. Sorry about that. I had to deal with this quick situation, but now I am back. So now that I have finally... Yep, okay. Note to self, after this video, start shopping for a new chair. So, back to stories. Don't really know if I have any more. Well, let me put it to you this way. I don't really have any other funny stories I could tell you that wouldn't open a window into personal things. Because if I open that door, some people are not gonna be happy. Oh man, that would be a crazy reaction video. I should probably like look into that for like a TikTok or something. Nah. But anyway, so yeah, it's maybe a short episode. I don't really know. Maybe we should. No, not we. Tell you what. Well, I sit here and be the indecisive person that I am. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm sitting here, I'm rambling. You're probably sitting at home watching me going, is this dude gonna talk? I came here to watch a video. It's already probably gonna be boring. Because, he literally just sits there and spins around in his chair. Complains about it half the time. And he had nothing to talk about today, but he still had to record a video. I guess, well, remedy that. If you all have any topics, please post them in the comments. Every new episode that rolls out, that is how it's going to work. Whatever topic is in the comments, or whatever is working for you, that will be the topic of the next episode. I'm going to restart my timer here. So, I don't know. I think it's really pretty much it as far as what we're going to be doing today. Again, sorry, I didn't really have anything planned. You're probably looking at me like I took 10 minutes out of my, not even 10 minutes, out of my day to watch this guy. Oh boy. But sadly, that's the way this has to roll. But then again, another thing that we could start doing is I could maybe start bringing some people on the show, and then we could probably get some back and forth action, and that may liven things up a bit. I don't know. But in the meantime, I guess we'll just go on another topic one of my friends told me to do. History. Remember what happened? Don't let it repeat itself. And don't act like me right now doing this whole thing, because then you just look stupid. I mean, really, that's all you do. That's all it's good for. Just making you look dumb. And don't take a whole lot of awkward pauses, too. That makes you look really dumb. Don't also sit around and just, like, move up in your chair. It's, like, really bad for you, and you mess really stuff up. I don't really know. Like, don't do what I'm doing right now. There you go. You don't look dumb. This is weird because normally I'm the guy who breaks the awkward silence. I just wanted to see if you can get that sound on film. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like doing random stuff today. But anyway, let's change gears a little bit here. Trains. Why not? Let's do it. I could make like a good 15 episodes on it. But basically, y'all basically know what they are. They run on tracks. They go back and forth. They do whatever they want to do. Trains were definitely one of the biggest groundbreaking points when it came to American innovation, especially the steam locomotive. It's what allowed us to connect east to west and make things and get things from coast to coast all across the country way more effectively and efficiently. Trains were definitely a big milestone, as well as being able to turn pressurized steam and use it to create mechanical energy. That was a big milestone, which also eventually led to things like the combustion engine, the jet engine, the electric, a little bit of the electric engine, even though it doesn't work at all. Like, if you look at a combustion engine and a steam engine, there's a couple similarities. Like, there is a piston involved in both of them, even though in a steam engine is using high pressure steam or low pressure steam if it's a mallet. I can make a whole topic on what a mallet is. But you can use the steam to come in front of a piston and push it forward, just like in a combustion engine. When the intake valve opens and the gas fuel mixture comes in, it gets pressurized and the spark lights up, forcing it down. You can definitely see the same similarities there, even though steam engines are typically rotating a disc or a drive line in some cases of some geared locomotives, whereas a piston is connected directly to a crankshaft. Then again, though, another thing too, why? Another thing too is when the... You see that? You messed up my train of thought. Right there. No pun intended. That is what you're doing. I'm gonna have stuff some do when I'm gonna have to stuff some do. Wow, I have some stuff to do when I get done recording. Again, I have no script or nothing. I just press record and go. That's how I roll. It's just what I do. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You can definitely see the similarities, but what I was going to say is I think a real reason why it's such a great invention is because we still use steam engines today, even though they're no longer used primarily on railroads. That's mainly because, we have MU. There's so many things you can go into. Efficiency, MU capabilities, all that other stuff. And we are not counting the Union Pacific 844 right now. Okay? No, we're not doing it. That's a whole crossover thing. No. Look it up in your own time if you want. But they're used in power plants a lot of times. Now, granted, we're not necessarily using a wood fire or a coal fire. In many cases of later locomotives, an oil fire. We're using things like nuclear power plants, biodiesel, stuff like that. But I think a primary reason for that is steam engines create a lot of raw power. When it comes to just raw power, steam is going to be king in most areas. And I apologize for making you wait this long. I see that I am approaching the end of my time, and I'm going to try to keep things within my rule. Again, the thing about, trains and other locomotives and stuff like that is I could probably make the next, 20 episodes, maybe even more, on this topic, because there's so many things I want to go through. But anyway, I'm sorry for sitting and making you wait. Again, please, if there's anything you want to see on this show, post it in the comments. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play myself off here. And another cool thing about this is now I actually have an outro written. Let's get that loaded up here. But anyway, here is the outro. An outro written for my special people in the back of a house at my place of business. This is for you guys. Now, granted, this is not what you're going to expect, and that's kind of the joke here, is you know what we do. This is going to feel a little different than what we do, but regardless, I still thought of you while writing it. This is the back of house night shift special, and I hope you guys enjoy. Play me off, boys!